Hello everybody, my name is Leo and in this video we'll share everything we know about the Ampero II Stomp. Let's start! First of all, from the research I did in the web, I've actually found two Ampero Stomp models. If you look at these photos, you may notice that there is one model that has written on top Amp Modeler Effect Processor 3-core DSP and the other one without any writings. Then, looking at this other photo, we have a unit with USB Type-B, an expression pedal input, one mono or stereo input and a left and right output with a power need of 500 mA. On the other hand, in these photos we have USB Type-C, an expression pedal input, two inputs, two outputs, 800 mA of power needs, MIDI in and out, a stereo effect loop, an aux in and an headphone out. So it seems that there are, I would say, a budget unit and a flagship unit with Type-C, more I/O ports and more power needs. And in fact, it requires more power as this flagship unit is gonna have 3 DSP chips instead of 2. Now, I don't know if one of these two is just a prototype, but it seems that Hotone is gonna release a budget Ampero Stomp with the same algorithms, sounds and signal chain management of the regular Ampero, and a flagship Ampero Stomp, actually an Ampero II with more power, more input and outputs, maybe better algorithms and a more flexible signal chain. And in fact, in this photo there is written Ampero II. Now, this video is focused on the Ampero II, I mean the flagship unit, that seems to have some pretty interesting features. Let's check them out. First of all, the dimensions. Well, I don't have official info, but in this photo we have the Ampero 1 and the Stomp together. So we can try to guess the Ampero 2 dimensions, comparing it to the other modelers. The Ampero 1 dimensions are 273 mm by 143 mm by 51. Judging from this photo, I would say that the Ampero II Stomp is around half the Ampero 1 in length, so I would say 140 mm. The depth seems to be equal at 143 and it seems a little bit taller, so I would say 55 mm. So it is similar to the Line 6 HX Stomp that is 178 by 126 by 66. I was not able to find information about the price, but I think that it is gonna be around 450–600 euros, where the Line 6 HX Stomp is 550. And you know, Hotone has to carefully think about price if their target is the HX Stomp and if they want to gain market shares. It has the same 800 by 480 touch-sensitive screen of the original Ampero, that is, I think, the best one in this price range and the only one to be touch-sensitive in this price range. Now, in my workflow, I typically build my presets with the computer app and I make just little adjustments with the physical unit. So for me the touchscreen is not such a compelling feature, but of course for those of us that do not want to use the computer, the touchscreen is a very useful feature and should allow us for easy and intuitive operations. It has 3 foot switches, an expression pedal input and MIDI in and out ports, so it's basically in line with the HX Stomp, and with an external MIDI controller you can easily control it better and use it live. I think it's gonna offer the same amps and caps of the regular Ampero, which offers 64 amps models and 60 cap models with the possibility to load custom IR up to 2048 sample points, and this is an improvement over the regular Ampero that can manage up to 1024 sample points. The Ampero Stomp continues to use the same modeling technology used in the regular Ampero, that is called CDCM, Comprehensive Dynamic Circuit Modeling, and FIRE, Field Impulse Response Enhancement, but the new engine is a 3-core DSP processor, one more than the previous unit, and that more DSP chip should not only allow us to manage a double chain of effects in parallel with 12 simultaneous blocks in total, that is pretty cool and unique in this price range, but it could also help to improve the amp modeling algorithms, therefore sounding better. I really hope that this is gonna be the case. Another very cool feature is that it's gonna offer a USB interface with 8 outputs and 8 inputs, and it's gonna offer also the reamp function. This is really a step forward in comparison with the regular Ampero that will allow us, for instance, to record the amp in one track and the stereo effects in 2 other tracks, so that we can decide the amount of effects while mixing. A pretty cool feature. The entire user interface has been redesigned, and among the new features we have a graphic equalizer, which together with the touch-sensitive screen promise to improve the experience by being able to draw the curve with your fingers. It also has a 60-second stereo looper, so a little improvement over the regular Ampero, which has 50 seconds of stereo looper. In terms of I/O, it has stereo inputs and outputs, a stereo effect loop that gives the option of using the 4-cable method, unlike the original Ampero, an expression pedal or foot switch connector, the USB port that should be USB-C, an auxiliary input and headphone output. Unfortunately, this new Stomp still does not have balanced XLR outputs, and this is a kind of a bummer. So this is basically all. I think that the most exciting new feature is the 3DSP engine that should provide us, hopefully, with more accurate amp modeling algorithms and of course with a more articulated effect signal chain, actually allowing us to use a double chain of effects in parallel with 12 simultaneous blocks, which is pretty cool. We have now reached the end of this video. Please let me know in the comment below your opinion about this new modeler, and feel free to write down more info about it that maybe I didn't mention previously. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell and leave a thumbs up. It would be a great help. And of course, you will not miss my future videos. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video. Bye bye.